Okay. Yes, Ashwat. In another 5 count, you start.
Okay.
Well,
A very good evening to everyone. I welcome you all to Brainhand's 10th and the last online debate. I am Ashwat and I will be your host for today. Today is a special one because today we have two rounds, focus round and an open house. The moderator would give her judgment based on both the rounds. I know that you guys are very curious to know about today's topic, isn't it? Yes, even I am curious to inform you the topic. Today's topic is profession and passion, tied or untied. That is it good for youngsters to follow their passion and make it their profession eventually? Or should they keep the two separate? Let's find out. We have participants are at that very stage in their life in which they are about to enter in profession. So let's see what they have to say about it. To manage to manage all the participants, and especially in the second round, which is going to be a very fiery one, we would need an highly intellectual moderator, isn't it? Yes. Today we have dynamic and energetic Nisha Selvaraj. She is the senior manager of an information analytics company. She has done her post graduation in biochemistry and MBA. She is an elocutionist and an active quizzer. She has won various awards since her schooling. Like she has won the best team player award for 2 consecutive years. She has been she is a winner of the award, inspires and motivates others. She has also been awarded for her yeah she has also been awarded a second. She has also been awarded for her extraordinary work in setting up support framework for a new project in 2019. Apart from this, she's also interested in mentoring, corporate training, gardening, and reading books. She's a nature lover. She loves to trek and hike in solitary mountains. She's very eagerly waiting forward to trek in Himalayas and visit various countries in her bucket list soon after this pandemic. Let's start a debate with our moderator.
Thank you, Ashwant. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. I'm really humbled. So I'm glad to be part of this significant milestone of Brain Hunt, the 10th debate. So as mentioned by Ashwant, I find fulfillment in mentoring and coaching people and speaking with young minds, igniting sparks. So I'm enthralled today about speaking with you all, and particularly today's topic is a much needed one for the harbor. We know that, a set of younger generation is aggressively pursuing through getting into the professional courses, and it's the right time for them to make the decision whether to pursue their passion, to pursue their profession. So let's see that we could create some insights for them today by our thoughtful talks. So without further wait, over to Ashwin to kick off today's show.
Thank you. Let's start with our debate. First, to start the debate, we have Mahita Charupa, who is going to talk for the motion. She is doing her third year in engineering. She is interested in spoken word poetry, and she has done an open mic in the presence of Priya Malik. She likes to speak a lot and believes that her words can make the world a better place. Her hobbies are skating, swimming, trekking, badminton, volleyball, and reading novels. She has won prizes in elocutions and monoact competitions. Her aim in life is to become an ambassador in UNICEF. Over to you, Mahita.
Yeah, thank you for the introduction as well. And good evening, everyone. So I think am I audible?
Yeah, you are. Can hear you.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. So, without further delay, let me start with my topic. Okay. There is no passion to be found playing small in settling for a life that is less than the capable of living. So, with this note, I think that's a problem in my audio.
Yes.
Okay. Now,
It's not very clear.
I think your network bandwidth
I
is
don't
low.
know. Now is it clear? Okay, wait, I'll change the place.
Okay, we'll wait.
One minute. Is it clear now?
Yeah, now it is clear. But when you start talking, you start your debate.
Yeah, I think it's just because my camera is on, I think it's not coming.
Okay, then you can off your camera and speak.
Okay, then. Okay, so let me start. There is no passion to be found playing small in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. So, with this note, I can firmly and confidently affirm that profession and passion tied is the secret potion to not only your happy but also to a healthy and wealthy lifestyle. And by wealthy, I mean the ability to fully experience life. So, let me dive a little deeper. So, what is profession and passion? I'm sure there is a universal definition for profession. That is, according to Merriam-Webster Dictionary, it is a calling requiring special knowledge and often long and intensive academic preparation. However, passion is all about how focused, how determined you are to achieve something. And being passionate is nothing but having a strong desire. For passion is nothing but an emotion. And emotions are the ones that urges a person to keep moving forward, overcoming all hurdles, disappointments, worries, and etc. thrown on his or her way. So, passion and profession both manifest the part of a person's existence. And let me explain to you why they should be tied and how they can be tied. When passion meets profession, it undoubtedly leads to a beautiful journey towards success. And when passion combines with profession, it gives you a purpose. It gives purpose to a life. When passion and profession is tied, it gives us a vision, a mission to accomplish. After all, it's the possibility of having a dream come true that makes life more interesting. And not to mention the one and only life we have. So why do you want to waste it like a cat sitting on a wall and working somewhere where your heart is not fully into it? And please don't tell me it is because of monetary constraints. We may all have highs and lows in a profession, but if we do a job we love, I'm sure we can see past our high and dull days. Because when passion becomes your profession, work becomes your hobby. When passion becomes your profession, history is created, an invention is made, a record is created. Like every day, about 3 million people quit their jobs each month because they feel that it's not their calling. There is also a study on about 1,000 workers in which 31% of them quit their job within the first 6 months just because they realize it is not their cup to drink. Though many are called, it is only a few that are chosen. And in order to be the chosen few, you must work hard. You must put in some effort. You must have an action. And this is where passion comes. Passion comes in as a driving force, giving you the strength and all affirmative emotions to continue that action, which in turn leads into success. I can also give you a number of examples of famous personalities who made up their mind to follow their heart, and their faith still shines in limelight. The first one I would like to mention is Shivaji Rao Gaikwad. And when this person, Shivaji Rao Gaikwad, pursued his passion as his profession, not only did his name change, but also his status and success came hand in hand. And he still rules the film industry as his passion turned profession name superstar Rajinikanth. Then comes Dhirubhai Ambani, a person with a profile that literally needs no introduction. And let me not forget to add A.R. Rahman, the most prominent music artist. So this is what happens when passion combines with your profession. So when passion and profession comes tied with infinite amount of perseverance and consistency, your limelight moment is not far away. And let's take a step into reality. And considering this pandemic day, I'm sure on one thing, that is, life after Corona is never going to be the same. And if you think that I can have my profession and passion separately and pursue both, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, because we are entering into a new level of competitive world. I'm sorry for only the fittest. Only the fittest can survive. I'm sorry you can never serve two masters, and I'm again sorry for you can be loyal to only one. Our country's economy has itself lowered by 25%, and your contribution, our contribution is important. And in this time, working on your profession without 100% dedication is absurd. And next, what I would like to tell is, you cannot know everything about everything, but the least you can learn is something on everything or everything on something. And unless that answer to something is your passion, your success will always remain as a question. And your passion will never go out of trend. It is passion after all, not hobby or interest. By the way, if you think you'll earn now and save it for later, I highly doubt 2020, the year 2020, has taught you enough of what later on means, on what in the future means. Because all that I can say, that I can certainly say about 2020 is, it has taught me about uncertainty. It is not always about money, not tomorrow, not about anything else, but now. And don't you think it's high time that we satisfy the needs of our soul and not just a life? In a nutshell, profession fills your pocket while passion fills your soul. And this together, when fills your life, I assure you, you can never be hungry ever after. So make your passion your profession. Talk with consistency and wrap it up with self-confidence and effort. For real world changers will be the person who has passion and work every day on making their passion come true. So let me end it up from the quote I started with. There is no passion to be found playing small in settling for a life that is less than the one you are capable of living. And I thank Brainhunt for giving me this wonderful opportunity. And I hope the moderator will consider my point and do the needful. Thank you, everyone.
So yes, Mahita, that was a power bang. Okay, so wonderful start. I'm already. Your speech has already made me little decisive towards what my decisions should be. So just like you ended your speech with a quote, I would also want to answer you with a quote from Oprah Winfrey, who says, "Passion is energy. Feel the power that comes from focusing your passion within." Okay, so I could completely sense what you were talking about. The passion fills the soul, and the profession fills your pocket. Makes real sense in this real time scenario, right? And yeah, very wonderful thoughts around your site. And I also see that has been very well supported by the facts and the personalities that you picked up. And I have to agree with you that, like they have very much tenaciously, pursued their passion that is keeping them still in the limelight. And for being in the limelight for continuous years wouldn't come without being, like having the true passion within. So yes, very wonderful insights. And I'm sure this is going to put the opponent teams in much pressure. So I'm eagerly looking forward to what our Rohit Pratap has to say on the other side. So yes, waiting for the other arguments. Yeah, good start, Mahita. Wonderful.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
For speaking against the motion, we have Rohit Pratap. He is a CA student, but he is also interested in a wide variety of fields and follows with great admiration the works of innumerable creative artists of all kinds, and even social activists and other inspiring public figures. He spends his free time reading novels and watching lots of TV and movies from all around the world. He always enjoys a good story or a work of creativity in any form. Rohit Kumar, you can start now.
Good, Pratap. Okay, yeah, thank you for that introduction, Ashwath. Good evening, everyone. I'll just dive straight into my talk now. So, we human beings, we consider ourselves to be the most intelligent beings on this planet, right? And we have the capability to think and react to situations in our everyday life. That's not the case with other animals. They don't have like the concept of a formal education, of work or money. The only thing in their mind always is to find some food, consume it, and rest for a while and repeat. Correct? So, but we human beings, with all our extra sense and intelligence, we have hundreds of thoughts every hour of every day. Like, doesn't this happen to all of us? Like when we go to like enter a room to do a particular task, but we end up doing everything other than that particular task. We just come back after 3 or 4 hours and we realize we didn't do what we actually went there for. That's how fickle-minded we human beings are by nature. It's not something we can change. We can't even decide what we would like to have for dinner, or what kind of clothes or shoes we would like to buy or wear on any given day. Same is the case about choosing a profession. One day I want to become a cricketer, the next day I want to join the army, and now finally I want to become a social activist or enter politics or something. If I follow the news too much, that's what happens with all that's going on. So what I'm trying to say is we can't decide today I want to do something. I am passionate about it, really passionate. But that doesn't mean I leave everything and go start doing it, dive straight into politics. Imagine what will happen if I do that today. Already the situation is okay. Let's not even get into all that. Now, and mental health has suddenly become the talk of the world during this pandemic, rightfully so. It's scary, the numbers that we can see from surveys, the number of people who are depressed at a global level. I didn't even go into the stats. It's too scary to even go into the stats or mention it here. And as per the recent findings of the United Nations, they have declared that depression is the chief like contributor of the global burden of disease. So it's what causes illness, it seems. Mental health. Now, I'm sure my dear friends, my passionate friends from the opposite side will be happy to build on this, and they will say Depression is caused by not following your passion. If you follow your passion, you will not be depressed. Something like that they may say. But Madam Moderator, I would like to introduce practicality from the beginning of our debate. Like in the past few months, we've been following the news, the number of suicides, young talented artists like TV actors or cameramen and makeup artists. And I don't mean only the cinema field. There's a problem. I'm just saying that's the news we get. It's all like even like ambitious businessmen who would have wanted to start, they would have faced a failure. It's reasonable to blame the current crisis situation because of the COVID pandemic that we are all in, but we should be ready for this. No, we should expect the unexpected. That drastic step they wouldn't have taken if they had a conventional profession to shoulder the passion. We are not saying you should not have a passion or should not follow it, but have a profession that will feed you and your family first. Take care of that, then follow your passion. I'm also supporting that only. Just keep it separate. Have something to earn your livelihood. There are people dependent on us also. Not just It's not just about you, right? And so one can always pursue the passion along with profession also in the side. Like there's part-time jobs, and as freelance, whatever you want to do, whatever you're passionate about, do it freelance like part-time. And sabbatical leaves is a concept that's already very much prevalent in the West and in Europe. They the Such concepts exist because passion and profession should exist together, as in separately. I mean, not together. Yeah, separately. Such things exist, so we can use that. No, like Europeans, the concept is sabbatical leaves. Like every once in a while, just 2 or 3 months, they take a gap. They'll be passionate about traveling and all. You can't earn money traveling the world. Like they come to India and all. We don't do all that. Indians are more conservative. We stick to our jobs decently at home. So, but such things exist. And a gig economy also is someone can, like short-term commitments, you can start something, and being a individual and independent. So many options exist if you keep your passion separate from profession. uh, See, uh, Mahita said passion is like an emotion, energy and all that. I also agree. Keep your passion. I'm not saying don't keep passion, don't have a passion, don't follow it, but uh, to be practical, we need food to survive, and to have food, we need money. To have that money, you need to have a conventional profession that pays you regularly. Imagine, okay, let's not even go to examples. Unless your passion is agriculture or something, you grow your own food, the whole society will thank you. Go ahead and do that. But unless that is the case, if your passion is something else, if it's not conventional, if it's not going to pay you regularly, I wouldn't advise. Nobody will advise. It's bad advice if they advise you to follow your passion. Okay, so and Mahita spoke really well. I have been a fan of her. I told her the first time I had a chance to speak to her itself. Since I listened to one of her poems, she's excellent, no doubt. I've told her already. Uh, so she did speak well. She writes poems which are really amazing. But she herself is studying in a reputed engineering college. She's doing her engineering third year now. Next year, placements will start, and she will join employment also related to engineering. Though she is super talented, and her poems are lovely. I've read the poems. Okay, but even she herself, for herself, she spoke really well about passion. But she herself is pursuing engineering now, and she'll go for the profession also towards engineering. I'm sure about it, and she can continue poems. No, see, Mahita is actually on our side only. She spoke for our side. Thank you for that. And what else did she say? Yeah, the Rajinikanth example and all she gave. Rajinikanth's passion was not acting. He was a bus conductor. It happened by chance. Such things happen by luck. Luck is a huge factor if you follow passion like this. She only gave, what, 3, 4 examples. I don't want to mention failures. That is the reason I'm not giving examples. Okay, you can only say 3 or 4 examples like this, or even 10. But millions of those people who followed passion are failures. It's not just about you also. It's the whole family. Everyone who's concerned about you will get affected mentally. And imagine you have an elder brother or sister who doesn't earn money. It's added pressure on you, no, isn't it? you can go into depression and the whole family may collapse. So that's what, yeah, one more thing that she said, Mahita. Yeah, only one life is there. You should follow your passion. I'm also saying the same thing. Only one life is there. Don't be so rigid that you have to follow only one passion. Have a profession. Do whatever passion you have. No, one day I like to sing. I sing today. I dance tomorrow. But my profession is chartered accountancy. I'm studying. Once I graduate, like once I qualify, I'll go for a job towards this profession and I'll settle down. That is important to have a normal, relaxed, comfortable life. Okay, I hope the moderator is clear, and I hope she will be practical when it comes when it's judgment time. And about quitting jobs also, she said many people quit their jobs regularly, but they already had a job. They didn't go blindly following the passion, at least. And after quitting their jobs, what is the situation of the family now? How are they earning their bread? All these questions. Uh, let's hope if one of the other teammates can answer. Uh, yeah, I think that's all from me. Thank you for this opportunity again, Brain Hunt. And if I can call her Nisha Auntie also, it's a privilege to talk in front of her. She happens to be a distant relative and a family friend of ours. From early childhood, I've taken a lot of inspiration from her. I've admired her a lot. I'm still pinching myself that I am talking like this and she is listening. So yeah, let's not get personal also. Thank you for this opportunity. Nandri Vanakkam. That's all from me.
Okay, so yes, Rohit. Yeah, I'm really the question from Rohit asking, is our thirst for passion consistent? Is really making me think. So we really put all our heart and mind into pursuing a passion today. But what if tomorrow, if you're not able to support the passion to be pursued? And what if, like the thirst for it vanishes one fine day, and that, we are repenting the decision for having pursued the passion without making any conscious decisions? So that's a question that is making all of us think now. And also some of the concepts that he touched upon, the depressions caused by, pursuing passion. And, like he also talked about the current pandemic situation that has resulted in the loss of many young minds and, budding talents. So that is also something that makes us, really think through this topic, how are we going to take it forward? Is it that the passion would stay consistent? If it has to stay consistent, what are we going to do for it? But I have to really appreciate Rohit for, sowing some thoughts around supporting the passion with profession. So as someone put it, find out what you like doing best and get someone to pay you for doing that. Okay, so why not have the passion to support, sorry, why not have your profession to support your passion? So yes, so this team is both the teams are like making the moderators life a little difficult. So I'm seeing that I've already filled in enough notes, and I'm already seeing that it is already equal. Okay, so yeah, to let us have a clear view, let's go on to the third participant. So Ashwath, here you go to introduce the third person from the passion and profession tied group.
Who is going to speak for the motion. She's doing final year in engineering. She is interested in public speaking, psychology, and artificial intelligence. She likes traveling, reading books, and listening to music. She has won in various extempore and debates in various inter-school and inter-college culturals. Darshana Ravikumar, you can start.
Thank you, Ashwit, for the introduction. So, turn your face towards the sun and the shadows will fall behind you. A very good evening to all my near and dear present here. To begin with, I would like to continue of what Rohit has already said. I guess he has got a lot of confusion between what is the hobby and what is passion. Traveling is type of hobby, nobody makes it as their passion. And he told it, you're not supposed to always think about you, think about your family members too. Obviously, yes. My family members or my loved ones wouldn't be happy if I'm so depressed and just earning money and giving, just filling their pockets. They also want me to be happy and contented in the first place. So profession and passion untied may give you a lot of stress in your work, and that will definitely make my loved ones suffer too. So getting into my topic to begin with, what is passion? Google usually defines it as something you enjoy doing, a task or activity that brings you pleasure and you find reward in doing it. So talking about Google, it reminds me of ex-Google CEO Sundar Pichai, who is also the current CEO of Alphabet. He has completed his UG degree in the stream of metallurgy and all the way from metallurgy to the CEO of Google. What do you think brought him there? Because he pursued something else and he landed up in something great because he was passionate about it. The next comes is Chetan Bhagat. He, in spite of he completing his education in top tier institutions, he chose to be a writer. He was so passionate about it. And the irony is, he reached millions of hearts only when he was able to make his passion as profession. We all know Chetan Bhagat as an author rather than knowing him as a graduate from India's top tier institutions. The next comes the musical maestro, Raja. He was so passionate about music that he made it as his profession. He hasn't completed any degree in music or went through anything to make it as a profession, even though there are a lot of people who has made it as a profession, as you say, to fill their pockets, are working under him. Is it so irony? Now, not to bore with this, I'll tell you a very little short story. Long, long years ago, there was a man who was working in a railroad, and all of a sudden he got shift over his career and he was awestruck, and he went back home and he started pursuing an idea because of passion. He wanted to do that. He continued trying it to find a solution for the problem, and he kept trying and trying, but unfortunately he faced a lot of failures. He wasn't even able to make it even after a lot of attempts. But one day he made it. And that person was Thomas Alva Edison, who brought lights into our darkness. So that is why we are here with full of light, passion. He made his passion as profession and he made our lives lightful, taking all the darkness away. Not only Thomas Alva Edison, all the inventions that was made in the world till date was made out of passion since they made it as their profession. If those people were thought I should have taken into account my family members, I should fill the pockets and look after them, we would have been in darkness today. So is that all you wish for? So you will ask me questions like, how many people you think will make passion as their profession and get succeeded and live a sustainable life? But I would like to ask you a question. How many people you personally know took passion as their profession, worked hard and got failed or didn't succeed or was upset over it? I guess there could be a no one, because we live in a stereotypical society where people say you have to take a professional course, be it under the influence of parents or anyone else, and we go to a job that is 9 to 5 and settle our lives. People think that is life, but that isn't. You just need to work on your passion only, because living in a stereotypical society, you just go for a profession for money, isn't it? We are born, we are dead one day. What do you do in between? You have to do something which you like. Humans usually tend to be very uh, creative and innovative when they do things that they usually are passionate about. So you must definitely make a career out of it. There are a lot of opinions in the world, and we tend to agree only which we personally agree or we have passion towards it. Even in a single opinion, you will agree only if you are considerate and you have points on it. Why? Choosing a profession, why do you want to keep your passion aside and make a profession of it? I don't seriously understand that. As Mahita already said, it is a survival of the fittest. You can only benchmarks or set up a name for you only when you have a passion on that. There are a lot of CEOs in the nation and across the globe. All the CEO probably will have passionate towards a product or the company they have made into. All others, as you people say, who want their profession and passion to be aside, are working in their company as employees, just expecting a promotion for it, while the others are making a company of it. But as Rohit said that Mahita is on his side, I would like to consider that Rohit is on our side because since a young age, he was so fascinated about numbers and he was always curious to get into numbers. And I guess that's why he pursued CA because he was so passionate about numbers. I guess he wouldn't choose in science field or biology or become a doctor just to fill his pockets. I think it is definitely a no. So he chose a career of his passion and talents, and he's on the other side. It looks like the grass is greener always on the other side. So I would like to tell that, like wings is for the birds, passion is for the humans. They will never let you down in any cost, and without them, it is very difficult for us to survive. And what not? Passion can give you peace of mind. Is there anything greater than peace of mind in this world? Yes, Rohit, you're absolutely right. I would have definitely come up and asked you, depression is the reason because people haven't pursued their passion, and you're being so smart and you answered it yourself. I would say depression has so many reasons, and one of the major reasons is that we are not allowed to do what we want to do because there are so many restrictions in this world already. Then why do you restrict yourself by telling that you will not be able to make money out of passion and you won't need a separate profession? If you guys aren't really confident about yourself that you will make up a passion and make a living out of it, then who else would be? So I would like to end it up by saying that the same thing. Passion should be combined with profession because they are correlated. There is nothing like you should have a separate passion, have a separate profession. You can have a separate hobby and that keeps changing. Passion can never keep changing. Maybe if you say I had a passion of becoming a cricketer in a young age and now I'm pursuing chartered accountants, maybe did you try for being a cricketer like so hard and you didn't succeed on that because you didn't give it a try maybe. So I would always say that wings and passion are the same. They will never let you down, be it for birds or humans. Thank you for this golden opportunity. I guess I made my points clear. Thank you for this. Thank you.
Okay, that's a heated counter argument from Darshana. Wonderful, Darshana, and yes, she got the crux of Rohit's passion that turned into a profession, and also answered Rohit's question on depression. So looks like the passion and profession tight team have their foot strong, and also like the examples that they are bringing to the table makes me go with the thought that okay, so there are people who have seriously pursued their passion and have turned into the profession. One example that we all know is our own eminent A.R. Rahman, who had the passion for the music. So as Mahita mentioned, if he wasn't passionate about music, we wouldn't have had world-class music and we wouldn't be enjoying those masterpieces now. And we also know that he has turned that now into a profession, working in the film industry. Also, he has opened a school, a conservatory for teaching the kids, okay? And of course, he is doing it with a social cause and that's, but still, he is supporting people pursue their passion via turning his passion into a profession, setting up clear guidelines for them, how they can turn their passion into profession. So yeah, the team seems to have been supported with quite a lot of facts. And one more point about what Darshana mentioned, survival of the fittest. And I can't agree more in this competitive world, how it is becoming very, very important for all of us to be equally talented, to be abreast with the latest things, and also, to make ourselves, our skills even more sharper, to be very successful in this competitive world. So what more to say? If you feel like there is something out there that you're supported to be doing, and if you have a passion for doing it, let's stop wishing and just do it. So that is what Darshana has all to say about. So yes, that's again making the Untied side open to more questions, open to be bringing in more points to the table for their side to be considered. So Supriya has the toughest job now to answer all the questions, support their side. So eagerly looking forward to hearing from Supriya.
Next, to talk against the motion, we have Supriya Nikam. She's doing her MSc. Her interests are programming, solving puzzles, reading books, and painting. She was the computer academy secretary while she was doing her UG, and now during her PG, she is the general secretary of college. She was declared the star of IT Fest in her college for winning in multiple events. Her life goal is to do her PhD, some significant research that will make a difference in students' lives, like her teachers did for her. Supriya, over to you.
Thank you, Ashwath, for the wonderful introduction. I want to begin by addressing two things that Mahita said. The first one being uh, Chetan Bhagat. You spoke about two people and you said they're making differences. I want to talk about, I want to tell you that these people already have something to bank on. If you don't know this already, Chetan Bhagat has graduated from IIM, which means even if his books failed, he had something to go back on. Anyone will hire him now, even if his books did not, succeed. That's the first thing. And the second thing is, yes, we agree with you. We're not saying passion should not be a part of life, right? We're saying passion is necessary, but it should be on the sidelines, because I can tell you there is significant research about there being a need for you having a passion outside of your work life. And you cannot have that if you make passion your profession. Now that I have addressed these points, I would like to make my case using what I have prepared. Okay, so picture this, everybody, please picture this. Picture a world where everyone is pursuing their passion as profession. What does it look like? Do you think it is habitable? I can assure you it is not. It is chaotic at best. And why is that? Because there are a lot of professions out there which nobody will be passionate about, right? For example, janitors, garbage collection, peon. I can go on. There are a lot of professions out there which is very necessary in this world. I'm not saying they are ugly professions. I'm just saying nobody will be passionate about it. And those professions are going to be empty. What kind of a world is that? It's complete anarchy. Okay. So, which is why I'm going to tell you that you should not follow the passion hypothesis. What is the passion hypothesis? It says that occupational happiness, that is, happiness at work or happiness from work, it comes from choosing a passion, pursuing it as profession, and it says only then you will be happy in life. I disagree. Instead, I say that instead of pursuing passion as a profession, you have to find out you have to choose a one particular profession, and in your quest throughout this journey you should become so good at it that you should impress people, as in you become the best version of yourself. As Steve Martin once said, you have to become so good that they cannot ignore you. And in this journey you will be presented with multiple opportunities where you can pursue passion. So that is a completely different thing. Okay. So when you look past all these feel good slogans about, pursuing passion and everything, and you dive deeper, you look at people like Steve Jobs, or you actually find out about research that scientists have done in this field about how you can find happiness at work, because that's what you're saying, right? If you pursue your passion, you'll be happy in life. Okay. So when you actually look at research, you will find out that there are a lot of other complex factors that come in when it comes to happiness at work. And you will come to this very sad realization that asking people to pursue passion as profession is actually a terrible advice. And I will tell you why so, using three significant points throughout this debate. The first one being that career passions are rare. So when you're saying that people have to pursue their passion as a profession, you are making a basic assumption saying everyone already has a passion. How far is that true? In the year of 2002, there was a Canadian researcher by the name Robert J. Wallerand. I cannot pronounce his name properly. He conducted a survey and he found out that 84% of the population has a passion. Now, I know that this sounds really good to the opposing team and it probably sounds like I'm supporting you, but let's dive deeper into this, right? Out of this 84%, 96% of the people have a passion where it is very difficult to pursue as a profession and almost impossible, which means only 4% of the people actually had a passion that can be pursued as a profession, which of course I don't have to tell you is a very small amount. And over 5 experiments, researchers conducted an experiment where there were 470 participants, okay? And these people were given material of interest as well as disinterest, and they were asked to go through this material and learn about it. Out of which, the conclusion of this experiment was that all the people who had one particular passion or one particular interest, they were unable to finish this material, or they were even not able to understand what was going on, which is sad, of course. This brings me to my next point. The second point is that passion takes time. Here, I would like to tell you that you brought up Sundar Pichai, and you were talking about how all the people who actually pursue passion end up in big positions. I would like to tell you that by the time they become CEO, they are so good at it because they have been doing it for a very long time, and it becomes a passion. It does not necessarily have to start as a passion. I'll tell you why. Because when you take up a job, you work at it for long enough, you become good at it naturally. One thing is, it gives you stability and it gives you benefits. So it turns out when a research was conducted at workplaces, the people who were found to be most happy were the ones who were working in that field for a long amount of time, not the new ones. So which is, again, I don't have to tell you that this is contradicting the passion hypothesis about saying passion is what makes people happy. Moving on to the third point. My third point is that passion is a side effect of mastery. Here I would like to bring in a character called Daniel Pink. So he's a renowned author as well as a popular TED Talk speaker, and he has spent years studying about the science of motivation. That is, what helps you wake up in the morning and do work amazingly the way you have been, with the way you need to do, right? And after the years of studies, his conclusion was that there were three factors. The first one, autonomy; the second one, competence; and the third one, relatedness. This is the ring of truth. Now, I don't have to point out that passion doesn't seem to be in the picture here, right? So it's out of the equation, which leads us to believe that finding the right work is not as important when as compared to working right. So you pick a profession, you work right, you get good at it, you become passionate about it, not the other way around. This is more important. Okay, now that I have made my points, I would like to also tell you that asking someone to pursue passion as profession is not just wrong, it's also very dangerous advice. Why? Okay, so the whole concept of this pursuing passion as profession came up around 1970s, when there was a book called "What Color Is Your Parachute?" Okay, I don't have to tell you that before the 70s, imagine you're in some time before the 1970s, right? You say you want to pursue your passion as profession. That's not a thing that could happen. That was a ridiculous idea back then, but it was after the 70s that this boomed. And after this is when research has been showing that people are not satisfied with work. That is, because of this, most of the younger generations have grown up believing that passion has to be pursued into profession. I'll tell you why this is a problem. Because the younger generations, tend to believe there is a magical right job for us, and we set really high standards for what work is supposed to be. Okay, there are two things wrong with this. The first thing is that those of us who do not actually know what our passion is, or not sure which one is the passion we have to pursue as profession, feel like something is wrong with us as compared to the rest of the world, which is not very good. Again, mental health. The second point is that this leads to chronic job hopping and crippling self-doubt. You keep feeling like you're not good enough, you're not happy enough in any place. Basically, you're just sad throughout. Okay, there was a survey conducted in the year 2018 which says that 8 out of 10 Indians are not happy with their work, which I don't know about you, but seems like a really big number to me. And this is all because we have such high expectations because of this concept that was introduced. Even the ones who actually ended up pursuing passion, they come to a point of saturation where they feel like it's not at all fulfilling, right? Because the more you try to focus on loving something that you do, the less you end up loving it, which is a problem. And this has also given birth to a whole new problem called the quarter life crisis. I mean, everyone was aware of the midlife crisis, but a lot of people in their 20s are really messed up and confused right now because of this concept. So I'd like to end by saying that pursuing a path like this will only give you a career of angst and confusion. Thank you. With this, I rest my case. Thank you, Brain Hunt, for this wonderful opportunity. Moderator, I hope you consider my argument.
So yeah, thank you, data analyst. My hands are now full with data. Okay, so data over data. So that was a very well argumented speech, I would say, Supriya. I can see that, like how much of effort you put into bring the facts, support the facts, build it around with the numbers and the figures. Yeah, quite a lot of work. Yeah, just like Supriya mentioned, 8 out of 10 Indians are really not happy with their jobs. Okay. So one of the very popular questions that we ask in the job interviews is that what motivates you to come for work in a day? Okay. So we get variety of answers, but when we look at the underlying factor, at least 85 to 90% of the people say money. Okay. So the famous management professor, okay, Peter Drucker says, money is one of the important motivation for a human being. Nothing else can make him happy. So as Supriya put it, although, 8 out of 10 Indians are not happy with the job, why are they not quitting the jobs? Why are they not quitting their profession? It's because, again, as Supriya mentioned, passion can take time. It can delay your results and it can have a side effect. So if you have to pursue your passion as a profession, is it not adding pressure on you to succeed? Would you want to live with that pressure? Or would you want to take a profession and support your passion with it? Choose a job you love and you will never have to work a day in your life. You will enjoy your profession. So that is what the argument is all about from Supriya. And pretty much appears very convincing given the data that she has actually provided. Yeah. And she also brought in answers to some of the questions or the facts that Darshana mentioned about Chetan Bhagat and Sundar Pichai, saying that, they still have the chances of being hired if, if Chetan uh, wouldn't make a successful writer. So yes, that appears to be true. So Chetan still has his chances open if he has to, venture out, becoming a management professional in any of the companies. Okay, so that appears very convincing, making the position for Janani to be even more, much more a tougher one for her to come in with quite a lot of facts and data to support the tide side. Okay, so waiting for it, Janani.
To speak for the motion, we have Janani. She is a BA graduate in English literature and is currently doing her master's. She has won various prizes in debate and got the Best Student Teacher Award at college and school. She has written scripts for Kala Kuru, which holds Guinness World Record for world's longest stage play. Her life goal is to be the happy person who spreads positive vibes. You can start now, Janani.
Thank you, Ashwit, for the introduction. And it's Kala Kuru, which was the world's largest, 24-hour or 25-hour longest play. And to begin with the debate, I would like to oppose with what Supriya said, job hopping. I guess the opponent team is very, delusional about what is interest and what is passion. Interest is very temporary, and interest and hobbies are more like when you have a very leisure time and you have something to do to free your mind. But passion is every day you come back to home from work, and there is this dying desire to do something, and there is urge to do something good for yourself which is fulfilling. That is what your passion is. So all this passion job hopping is, there is a fine line between interest and passion. So this job hopping is mainly due to the conflict between interest and passion. So we have to analyze first so that we can, you know draw the line between interest and passion. And again, passion versus profession has been most debated question in the past decade. Our parents didn't have the, option to choose what they're passionate about, and what is like, what can I take for the career. They had all these ready-made options which were given to them. They didn't have time or the exposure to decide what they want. Since our generation is very much into, the live the moment and what is very fulfilling, what they can learn on happiness and what can give you happiness, they focus on that. And that is why there is this difference between passion and profession. I would basically say, people say that, as Nisha ma'am mentioned, money is the main um, key factor determining this passion and profession career. I would say that there is a wonderful example from Shakespeare. Since I am from the same literature line, I would like to quote Shakespeare here. So Shakespeare was not a very literate person. He didn't have a proper school education or a university education. So what he did was he was very passionate about the language too. So what he did was he went to the theaters and he started watching and observing all this play. How was it written and all those things. After listening to every play, after one by one, every play, he started writing his own. Just because he was passionate about something, he focused on what he did and he chose a career, started working with the theater companies and all this script writing and drama people. So he learned something from them. He chose that as his career. He aligned he aligned his career to whatever is there with his profession. Sorry, his passion. The main thing is that he was passionate about something and he aligned his passion through the career, and he started focusing on what he's interested in, and that is why he succeeded it. So the main thing here is that when you're passionate about something, there is no external force pushing you to work hard. Automatically, you'll start, doing which is more interesting to you. And there will always be this, creative mind and analytical mind working together so that you can do more. And you don't need any external factor to push you. So technically, you'll do better when you chose a career as your when you choose your passion as a career, so that if you have both of them together, already you'll have the success, and already the money will not be a main problem here. And also that if you choose passion as your the passion as your career, the work stress will not be a main problem for you. We can see that a lot of people, lot of IT professionals and teachers who are like, forced this career, suffer from work stress. If they are passionate about this job, there will be no excess stress thrusted upon them. It will also be very enjoyable. If it was really their passion, it will be a very enjoyable, fulfilling, and the job will be every day there will be a new thing to learn because it is their interest. So they'll have this, this hunger to learn everything every day. So this is why we should choose passion as a profession. There is nothing as that passion should be a different one and the profession should be a different one. Both can coexist. So the main thing is, if you like whatever you're doing, then automatically whatever you do, you'll succeed in it. if you're not succeeding in, the thing you like the most, and then what will really you'll have it when you focus on, things you don't really have your heart in it. One, there's usually people usually say that if you put your heart and soul on it, you'll if you put your heart and soul in it, you'll succeed. So that is definitely what you'll do when you have your passion as your career. That's all. Thank you.
Okay. So short, crisp, and to the point. So Janani says nothing is as important as passion. So no matter what you want to do with your life, be passionate. That actually makes me recall about an interesting book from Paulo Coelho, The Alchemist. I'm sure most of you would have read the book, okay? So this is a magical story of Santiago. So a shepherd boy who yearns to travel in search of gold. So you must have you must have read the book, okay? In search of worldly treasure. So that is much a luxury, okay? So from his home in Spain, and he journeys towards the markets and into the Egyptian desert, where he encounters a fateful incident and with an alchemist who is waiting for him there. So that's a very interesting book to read. Okay, so the author keeps us on our toes right from the first page till the end. Okay, so the story teaches us as only that only few can have that essential wisdom of listening to our hearts. Okay, so the passion to hear what is our inner voice is all about, and to read about what is that drives us in the life, and above all, like following our dreams. So that's a very interesting book. So Janani's speech actually reminded me of that. So yeah, a few points that made me really, like think what Janani said was that, so you come back from work and you're already depressed. Don't you want a diversion? So you follow your profession, okay? So you follow your passion, you follow your profession, you come back home, and when you follow your passion, so you really don't feel so stressed. It gives you that immense happiness as you deliver at your work. Is it not right? And also she brought in examples about Shakespeare, and I can't agree more to that, like, so I would also, like, just like Shakespeare, we also have an Indian prodigy, Shakuntala Devi, who was also denied of her schooling, but she had that interest for the numbers. So even without a proper school education, she pursued her passion. She went around the world. She created a renowned image for her own self across the world as a very famous female mathematician. And she also was a very successful person. And so that makes me think that why can't passion and profession stay together? Is it that I also have to recall what Darshana has to say about survival of fittest? So are we trying on the right side? So yes, Ketan now is on the hot seat to answer all the previous participants who wants to keep passion and profession tied together. So Ketan, all the best for you.
Last speaker, Ketan Ashok Rishabal, is going to speak against the motion. He is pursuing CA. His interests are playing cricket and trading in stock market. He is an expert in MS Excel. His aim is to lead a life which is like a vacation and better than yesterday. Over to you, Ketan. You are on mute.
Hello, is this okay?
Yeah.
Okay. This debate couldn't have come at a better time for me. It was this last Friday that I had finished 2.5 years of my articleship. Articleship is nothing but this firm that you get to experience of what you would be doing in the field of CA. It's a quite a big deal, 2.5 years of your life, and a life that you are at a stage where you need to choose what is your career and what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life almost. So when I was introduced to the topic of the debate, I really didn't know much about passion, so I looked it up. This made me ask myself this question that why is it that I am doing what I'm doing today? Why is it that I spent this 2.5 years of my life, of my adult life? And what was it that made me go to office every day by day, and do my work and uh, just go to office, come back home, and be happy with whatever I was doing? Was it out of passion, or was it out of profession? I'm not quite yet sure. And it's okay to not be sure also. I'm really not as fixed as others are in the opposite team who are as fixed as on their passion. So I was wondering, like me, are there anybody else who are facing the same issue? So I rang up my other colleagues who have done their articleship, and I got their opinion on this matter. So I asked them, you have been where I have been. So how is it? How did you face your articleship to be? So I got mixed answers. They had answers like, yeah, CA was the best thing that I did. They were very happy to have chosen what they have chosen. It is a really rewarding career, and they were happy that they had chosen that. But there were also people who say that that CA is not their cup of tea, and they have dropped off. But also, majority of the people who I spoke to were people who were not sure what really it was, but they wanted to continue it, who wanted to see through it, see through what was happening, see through what was coming next. So those were the majority of people. Here is where I understood that it's okay to not have a set goal, to not have everything figured out as we say it. It's a part of life. It's as and when you live life, as and when you go through life, that you understand slowly, and you get more clarity on what it is that you want to do, what it is that you feel like, yes, this is my passion and this is what I want to do. But doesn't mean that while you're figuring that out, you don't really have a career also. You don't want to be one of those people who are stuck in a place and who have not made their choices, who are in a place where are waiting for things to happen. So what really is this passion that we all are talking about this whole evening? Passion is definitely not a plan. It's not some 10 things that we feel like, yes, these 10 things, if I do in this certain manner, I will achieve this. And by achieving this certain thing, I will be happy in life. It will give me the satisfaction that I'm looking for. No, it is not that. It is what it is a feeling. It's a feeling that, yes, I need to do this. And me, the fact that I'm doing this is the outcome of the outcome of whatever I'm passionate about. Like, say, for example, mountain climbing. We don't really climb mountain for any reward or something that it gives us, but we just do it for the hell of it, unless and until you are in a mountain climbing competition or something, which doesn't happen much. So it's that sort of a thing. It's the obstacles that come your way, but you do want to pass it because you're just passionate about the activity that you're doing. Also, if I say even the fact that singing, yes, singing also, if you just like be in your room or go to the terrace, just sing, and the fact that you are singing, the activity of singing itself should be enough to what is that, bring you happiness. The thing about passion and it being a feeling is that it is changeable. It is changeable always. And like my friend Rohit had told, that as we are fickle minded people and we keep changing our mind over things, I agree with him. Yeah, we are people who don't set ourselves on a particular thing. We might like something today, and after doing that continuously for a long period of time, we find ourselves getting bored of that. We find ourselves that no, this is not something that I want to, and we drop it off, and then we move to the next one. That is what happens with us. So to conclude, uh, if you are going to be one of those people who are just waiting for things to happen, who are waiting for uh, passion to strike you, I'm sorry to bring this to you, that you're going to be waiting for a long time. It's not something that just occurs to you. It's something that you do in the day-to-day process, that you figure out slowly. Yes, this is not something that I need to do. Okay, this is not something that I need to do. Okay, this is something that I'm more comfortable about. Yeah, this is something that I find myself enjoying doing. And it is at the end of the day, the things that we regret that we haven't done more than the things that we regret that we have done, right? So what I want you to have is, I don't want you to have this dangerously limited idea that the requirement of success and the happiness that we have in general life is that we need to have a specific passion. No, no. I think even the opposition is trying to say this, and very strongly, that it is this singular passion that we need to have to achieve the success. And what we need to do and what our job is, that we need to find such passion and we need to pursue it, excluding all else, and we just need to pursue it, not looking at anything else. And when we do so, the said happiness and the success that we need in life is that comes to us. But what I want to say is, no, that such a thing doesn't happen. It's the small things that matter in life. It's the small decisions that you take. It's the small things that bring happiness to you. But that doesn't mean that you go behind one thing only and then that is what you are looking to achieve. That's all. I would like to thank Brain Hunt for this wonderful opportunity. This is something that I've done in a long time. I've never been to such a debate. Also, I would like to thank my parents also. They have really stuck through me through this difficult course, which requires a lot of efforts also. Thanks a lot.
So yes, thanks, Ketan. So that looks like a very practical speech, you know. So yeah, very, very strong points, I would say, that Ketan has put forward in today's, show. So he is also bringing to us about the question what Supriya also mentioned. So when you have to choose a passion, you have to be ready for the side effects. You have to ready for the time investment it would take to make you successful in life. So it was pretty convincing, I would say, what Ketan has to say today. So if you're waiting for a passion to strike you guys, yeah, I think it's going to take time. So are we prepared for the time? We're already racing towards several things in life with lots of comparisons around how successful are we in life that is being measured in terms of various materialistic things. So why not? Again, the question goes back saying, why don't we keep it untied and support the passion with profession? That was a very practical speech, I would say, that has actually kindled the thoughts around if we have to really keep it untied. So well done, Ketan. So I would, I'm certainly, like buying into what you said about waiting for the passion to strike. Yes. So right after the 6 participants have finished speaking their thoughts, okay, round after round, okay, so putting forward what they thought, supported by quite a lot of data, like as Ketan mentioned, when this topic was announced, we never thought that we would have so much of points around it and we could support it with so much of data. So I'm now thinking, what if, like if it is an open house and that, like what kind of thoughts we would get from these young minds. So I will hand it over to Ashwath to set up some housekeeping roles here.
Actually, I thought the second round was going to be a fiery one. But come on, the first round was extraordinary. I'm very eagerly waiting for the second round. So it's going to be really interesting to watch. So yeah, let's start.
Okay. So the open house is all about, like free flow of your thoughts. Okay, open heated discussion for either of the groups to put forward your points and discuss. So let's keep it to a very professional way of putting forward the thoughts. Yeah. We would, of course, would encourage it to getting into argumenting more, but more of in a very professional way. So maybe to ensure that like everyone is heard, let's keep it like one at a time. So counter argue, bring in your thoughts, bring in your points. Okay. So over to the group. Yes.
Yeah, if I can start off very quickly. I think Janani or someone in the end from the opposite group said we are confused. We don't know what passion is, what
And
interest
I
is.
request all the participants to unmute. Only the debate participants, speakers.
Yeah, we don't want everyone participating from the audience also. It's going to be more difficult for Nishanti then. It's already difficult. Okay. Yeah. So if I can continue, what was I saying? Yeah. Yeah. She was saying we don't know what passion is. It is true. I don't know what my passion is. What should I do now? Can you answer my question? I don't know what my passion is. I had a passion. Like, that's not my passion anymore. I've chosen a profession. That is my passion now. And I have other interests which can become my passion tomorrow. Okay. But profession is fixed. I will earn my money through my profession. I will feed myself and who is dependent on me on whatever stage in life. Right. So, yeah, I thought someone else can start like opposing from Ketan or something. But thank you for letting me start here again. Yeah, you can go on. Answer my question, please.
Yeah, you said
Like you said, Rajinikanth's passion was not acting. Well, I would like to correct you here that he was passionate about acting from the age of 6.
Okay, sorry, I didn't know about that.
I would advise you to go and Google whatever you can. And so that was
I meant to say more about luck. He was lucky. He got that chance.
He wasn't lucky. Actually, he was part-time. He was doing screenplays. And suddenly one day he felt that it didn't click. The being bus conductor didn't work out for him. So he left his profession at that time and he followed his passion.
Fine,
and
okay.
the second
Good
thing
example.
is,
You can always give
can you
only
answer my
examples
question
of
about myself?
people who have become successful.
yeah,
You can't really give an example of people who haven't become successful. It's the 90% of people who haven't quite yet figured out what it is that they want to do, more
they
than the
have
10.
figured it
Because
out.
that is
They
how the
have
society
figured it
has
out.
set up. Like before they could even
Yeah.
think what they wanted to do, the society has dumped up like this is the way, you have to take this way in order to be successful.
If only
We never
you
let
be
the
successful,
children
society
think.
is going to support you.
No. It's not like that. It's the other things that come along with the fact that you have figured out your passion. It's the passion part that you
The
need to
thing is,
figure out
everyone.
first. No.
The thing
It's
is,
the passion part.
cannot be figured
It's
out.
the passion part
Okay,
that you need
passion
to
is
figure out
inbuilt.
first. No, it's
Passion
not
is
really inbuilt.
inbuilt.
No, it's not
then
inbuilt.
how can
Why
If
is
you
it not
can't
inbuilt in
if
me?
you
I don't know what I
if
want to
you
do
can't
today.
fi-
No.
If you can't figure out, you haven't self-examined yourself. See, there's not a man who doesn't like doing something. And you also mentioned that a mountain climbing is just a hobby, it's just a passion.
No, it's
I'm
not a
asking
hobby.
you,
It's a
why
passion for so
why
many
can't
other people. Helping
yeah,
others
so
is
why
one of
can't
the passion for people.
so why can't
Need
mountain
not be
climbing
that.
become a profession?
Need
Why
not
can't
be
mountain
that.
climbing need a
Now
and
during
see,
Corona,
if you
nobody is
take
climbing mountains. What will happen to them now? Most of them will suicide or something. They can't
Even
earn
the
their
business
livelihood.
has been closed. What will happen to them? Even the employees are laid off. What will happen to them
in this
then?
They are working from home.
quarantine
No,
time, you
normally
see
employees are
everybody has
able to
2
work from home.
Instagram pages.
Yeah,
Okay.
business is something that you
When
can pursue
profession
from
leaves,
working from
passion is
home.
the one which makes
Okay.
people survive this quarantine time.
Money?
Okay, you
Where
can't
will
say
you
your
get money from?
profession helps
right?
you.
But
No,
always
it's
say
the thing that is pumping money into the economy.
See, like if you were depressed during this quarantine time, you would have
Okay.
certainly done something that which made you feel good.
Sorry,
Example is myself. I
True.
feel depressed in this quarantine time. I started my poetry page and I started putting my poems to everybody to see.
And I started following your poetry page. I can thank you for your
And-
work also. But I
and-
can't.
And Rohit, I think you're recognizing Mahita by her passion, which is poetry. So you are recognizing Mahita by her passion, not by
Yes,
her.
But she's
but
not
how
doing it for
sure?
the living.
engineering and
Yes,
all
That
but
is
how
that's
sure
what
is
we are
she that she
saying.
can
She's
be
not doing
earning
it
from
for the
it?
living.
Will give you
How
the
sure is she that
determination
she
to
can be
pursue
earning
hard,
some
and
money
that
from
is
it?
why, you know,
yeah, I am sure. I'm
all
going
the
to make
success is
poetry my
found.
profession.
Yes, but
I'm
how
not
long?
going to
How
make
long?
engineering my profession.
How long? How
No,
long do
and
you think
it's
are you
also
going to
like
be independent enough
As
to
long
be
as
moving out of
long
your
as I
parents'
can.
house and then
You can't
earning
ask
totally
how
from that money
important
that
it
you
is.
are
That
going to
is
make
more
out of
inclined
poems?
towards the profession.
As
She can
long
stick
as
on
I
to some
can,
publishing house and start
I
writing
can
and
find
become
an
an author and
occupation
all
in
that.
poetry.
She can also
Yeah.
be an editor and she can
Hey,
pursue
two
it.
people are talking at once. I can't hear
One
anything.
at a time.
And also,
Supriya made a valid point when she said that there will be no people to clean the streets, something like that.
Okay.
But I'm asking you, if Edison hadn't followed his passion, would you think there would be a light bulb today?
No,
Or
see,
if
the thing
Sundar
is,
Pichai
you're giving an
hadn't followed
example.
his passion, would
Okay,
you
if you let
think
me talk, I will talk
that
now.
Google would have come here?
No, awesome.
Before we go ahead, there's one thing I would like to make clear, right? All three of you brought up examples to show why passion should be pursued, not facts. You brought up people or successful figures. Now, I'll tell you, the thing is, you are showing a small set of people and you're saying these people succeeded because they pursued their passion. I'm telling you that is wrong because it is a logical fallacy. You can't say that is a hard fact based on just a few examples, because there are a lot of people out there who cannot.
There are hundreds of other people who haven't been successful, who are
The people who aren't
are
successful
failing
are
every day.
because they persevere, because they didn't persevere. They
So
were
that is not their passion,
persistent.
no. So that is not their passion,
It
no.
was.
You're
It is
saying
their passion.
no,
How
no,
can
no,
you
no.
say? Like, for example, Sachin, he is a cricketer. He got
Okay.
retired from cricket.
Okay.
Did he choose any other job? No.
You know, there are 1 billion people in India and there are only 10 people playing on the field. How many people do you think every day look that, oh yes, cricket can be my passion? There are 1 billion people, but there are only 10 people out of that can play.
Exactly.
But are you saying that those 10 people are successful because they are following passion, but there are another 1 billion people who are wishing to follow cricket? No. But who are not finding success in that. But the thing is, they can support their family by having a profession as well. It's not that since they are not being picked as those 10 people who are playing for cricket, but since they will have a profession also, they can support their family as well.
Janani, Mahita, the question to you is that we also have some examples of people who pursued their passion and haven't been successful, or like they had a rough patches at the personal side. Okay, so one famous example, as we read from the biography of Subramanya Bhartiya, is that he was a very well-renowned poet, but like we all know that his personal side, he did not have a profession that had to support his passion. So he had rough patches at his personal side. So what are your arguments? How are you going to support your facts with such examples also prevailing in the society?
But today, can you tell me anybody who doesn't know Subramanian Bharatiya?
Yeah, they know him, and
but he's not successful in his field. They know him. That is not his passion. His passion was never get fame. His passion was in his
work
field. In his field of work.
Yeah, but
I think success is very subjective. To us, we still remember Mahakavi Bharatiyar because he's immortal with his writing and he still
is
lives
always
on.
changing.
Yeah, so that is the point.
That is what I want
He
to
could have
make.
done something
Because
else
he
for his
followed
food
his
at that time.
passion, that
His
is
poems
why we
remain.
still remember Mahakavi Bharatiyar today. And one thing is that
We are not saying don't follow your passion. Continue writing if you want to write.
People who
okay,
work
so
are
to
not
follow
happy
your
with their job.
profession, then when are you planning to excel in your passion? When are you planning?
No. See, the thing is,
Another thing I would like to talk about is all of you are bringing up names and you're saying these people got famous because of their passions, right? First of all, how sure are you about all of these people starting out with that passion? One.
Yeah, you told about Sundar
I'll give
Pichai.
you an example.
Was his passion really leading Google? I don't think so. He woke up when he was 20 years old and he didn't think that yes, I want to be. Yes, I want to be. No. Wait, let me finish. He was not 20 years old and he never told that yes, I want to be Google CEO someday. And that was never his passion. His passion was just to excel in his career that he chose up. That's all.
Yeah, and that passion opened
again and again everyone is putting a point that
people
he didn't get a time, not that he was so passionate about doing that.
Regardless of the results, when you work for what you really like, automatically you will become successful. This relentless attitude will become you more successful in your career. So that is why passion should be focused on your career. That will bring you more content.
That has a lot of factors. That has a lot of ifs and buts. There is a lot of financial capital that is required. There is a lot of family support that is required. Say that Sundar Pichai's family was very. So say Sundar Pichai's family was very poor, who he had to support because of this thing, and he had to leave the whatever current job and like get the most immediate job that he wanted. Would he be considering as he would be would he be considering as following his passion? I don't think so. No, it's not. It's his choice that he has done that.
So the question here to Rohit, Ketan, and Supriya, we all know about the stressful lives of IT people
Yes, ma'am.
current scenario.
Yes, ma'am.
And so we're all into an autopilot mode, clocking in the 12 to 14 hours every day, not having time to pursue our passion because we have kept it untied. We thought, okay, weekends would support our passion, and those times never came in. So what are your thoughts about that?
Ma'am, like Rohit told,
corporate life is a 5-day week. Of course, it's a 5-day week. Now, Mike, I have a counter question to that. If you pursue one single passion as your profession, you go to work, you do work. Okay, the one problem with that is when you make it as a profession, it gets tiring. There are roadblocks, and that will bring you down immensely. And the problem is you will not have something else as a backup that can help you come out of it. Okay, no matter what profession it is, it brings stress along with it. So when your only passion becomes your profession, what are you going to go to when you're stressed out? It just drains you a lot, and there's a lot of angst there. It gives you, it's just a career angst. Then what do you do then?
Makes sense, guys. So what are your points, Mahita?
Also, I would like to add, ma'am, to Supriya's what she has told. Rohit in his talk also had mentioned this about sabbatical and all. The fact that these IT people have an option of taking a holiday and following whatever they are passionate about, there is an option to follow that. There is not like if you are doing your profession, you are following the profession part. It does not mean that you don't have an option to pursue your passion at all. There are 5 days of week working. You have 2 days of the week for your passion purpose only, and then out of those 5 days also, there are arrangements from the office to you that you can take to follow the said profession. The thing we want to tell is it's not really
so
as
that
easy.
is what we are trying to tell, like the people who are really passionate about the IT industry should opt for IT industry. When you're sure, like you have to take for IT industry, then you shouldn't. That is why we are telling we need the passion as profession. When you do so, you will not need you will not have a tiring day, or you will not have a vacation for. So that is why.
What will happen if you get bored of the IT?
Bored of the
you can
if you're really passionate about it, you can never be bored about it. See, you people tell that in order to continue your passion, you have to wait for so long.
Yeah,
I'm asking you, in order, if a tree should bear a fruit, we have to wait. The longer we wait, we get a better fruit. So we don't need to cut off the tree because the fruit takes a longer time to grow.
But you have to eat today to survive.
Yeah, but don't you think that in order to the side effect of the delay would actually impact our personal lives?
Correct.
So yeah,
it will impact the whole family, everyone who's concerned.
Not just the person who is not following it.
It's very
in your family, just you are not there. Your mom is there, your dad is there, your wife is there, your children are there.
Yes.
Would it be at least?
Yes, everybody is there, but you have to have confidence in that. If you're really passionate about something, you can really succeed in that.
Let me add. Are you saying that? Are you asking your family that please have confidence in me? 10 days later, 10 years later, I will feed you properly. For that 10 days, what can they do?
Yes, you have confidence. Like when you even go for graduation, you tell your parents, give me 4 years, so I will complete my graduation and then help you. You will need time for everything. Even if you're pursuing any degree or anything, you will have to ask for time. There is nothing, in no time we cannot make anything.
Okay, tell me.
That is why we said that we should align our, passion towards our profession towards our passion. So something which is closest to us.
Yeah. That's right.
Together and all.
Okay.
Exactly.
What if you don't know my passion at all already?
Everyone keeps bringing up
examples. That is why passion, if you really have this passion, you will know what is your passion. Since it is like, you're
that's what I don't have passion. I am here, I don't know my passion. I am here, I don't know my passion. Same.
What shall I do for my food?
So,
I don't have a passion.
Okay, as one of the participants put it, let's also talk little practical, so what if, you are the breadwinner of the family and you chose to pursue your passion, and don't you think that it is going to impact you with those side effects of delay? And don't you think the everyday livelihood is going to be the major priority of life? And do you think the social, actually the society would even allow you to wait and pursue a passion And don't you think that would be a selfish decision around, like pursuing your passion despite, like having a suffering family behind? So what are your thoughts around that? Do you have facts to support that?
Ma'am, is it really like a myth that it is, if you pursue a passion, it will take time? It is like a myth. Why will actually take time? Why do we always think that if I pursue passion, it will take long, long years to win my bread for family? Why can't we even do that in short span of time? What makes you think that if you pursue passion as a profession, you will have to wait for long, long years?
If you heard me when I was talking, I told you about this research that was conducted, out of which 84 people had a passion, and in that only 4 people had a passion that could be pursued as a career immediately, and 96% of the people had passions which will definitely, it's almost impossible. Of course, it's achievable. As I'm saying, you cannot immediately become a sport.
This is not only for the people who have taken the passion as profession. Even who have kept profession aside, even they have chance of getting fired off.
What?
What?
They will look for another job immediately.
Yeah,
if they have a good qualification.
It's from one office they're fired. No, that doesn't mean that they're fired from their career itself. It's just from one office that they're fired. They can go to some other place, no?
So it's just
same like with passion. If my passion is to write, if I am just fired from one publishing, I can go to another publishing agency.
Yes, you can. What
when
we
they
mean
fire
to
you,
say
they will
is,
pay money for some 3 months. That will not, publisher will not give you that much money.
You earn to support your passion. And do you think you can earn everything in a day and support your passion the next day?
And also
it is also going to take time.
Yeah, talking about the job markets these days, owing to the pandemic, it is so that, like jobs, like people are losing their jobs, and, like it's becoming evident to keep up to their jobs. So moving from one job hopping, do you think, like it is even practical now to make such a decision?
And after the pandemic days, only the fittest can survive. In order to be the fittest, your passion must be your profession. I mean, isn't it not obvious enough here? See, even I don't know what can happen to me tomorrow, and even if I die today, or even if something comes and stops me, I'm happy. I'm happy for the life I've lived till today because I have done what I have loved. I've at least given it a chance. I'm proud of myself.
Awesome.
And everybody else is going
what we mean to say is, don't follow your passion at all. What we mean to bring light upon is,
have you been listening to us till
out of 10 people, no, there are hardly 2 people who know what their passion is. Out of those 2 people also, only one is able to put it to use, start immediately.
How sure are you that out
We've
of
done our
10,
research.
only 2
Hey, my friend Supriya told no, 94. That 94, you remember?
This only.
I did my research. I can tell you I'm supporting all of this based off of facts because I read the book for the sake of this debate.
See, it's not like you should not follow passion at all. It's like, first of all, finding passion is a big thing. Once you have found it, awesome, great, you're doing a great thing.
Yeah. We should stick to it.
Is,
we
should stick to it.
Passion is not a treasure which you have to find. Passion is
it really is a treasure that you have to find.
All that is needed is a little spark in you. A confidence. You need some confidence, some perseverance.
I am very bright. See, I have so much spark in me.
I'm asking you, if you people are so confident that you take up a profession and you think you can win bread for your family, what makes you think that if you pursue your passion as profession, you will not be able to do the same?
Yeah, passion is nothing small compared to your profession.
No, if you ask question, let me answer also.
To you, okay?
Yes,
so
yes.
talking about survival of the fittest, okay? So means we have to be the best. So by doing so, are we excluding the people who may not be the finest of the finest? So in a class, we might have some 4 or 5 toppers who would eventually make it into their careers. And also, there are those people, like who are finest in arts, and they would make the best of their best careers. But are we excluding those majority set of the people?
Backbenchers.
So are we excluding them? What are their chances of still being successful in life?
They have chances.
See, that is
no. It is just if you same as it will not come off. Chance will not come off. There are so many other things that are required for this chance to come.
And what did you mean by survival of the fittest?
A big deal is here is the money part. You need some money to have a push in your career.
Okay, so how did Sachin Tendulkar become the god of cricket? How did Rajinikanth became a superstar? These guys started from zero.
Luck.
These are the number of
You
examples
need
you
to be.
have.
Needing luck. You
No,
have
listen, I need
There
to
is
tell
nothing
something.
called luck.
Generally, if we say passion, we just
Mhm.
focus on what passion is.
Okay.
If we say the word passion,
Mhm.
automatically the word which comes next
Mhm.
is, are you interested in photography? Are you interested in
Yes, it
sports
is the
and all
interest.
that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
So sports, arts, music, dance, and all this branches of fine arts comes under passion.
Mhm.
People can also be passionate about technology. And
Yeah, like
for
me.
the one thing,
But my profession is not at all related to technology. I know so many things that go into a CPU, how they go, where and all they go. I can assemble a CPU by myself, but my profession is not at all that. But I'm still not willing to say that that really is my passion.
There can be other passion,
no,
like some passion can
answering
come up
for
tomorrow.
I was answering for
Okay.
how your passion should give you, monetary support, money support. I'm saying that I am interested.
Okay.
I'm
You
passionate
know how
about teaching. So I will complete my, masters or again
Mhm.
some
example.
research
I tell
degree.
you
I can settle down with, being a teacher or a professor. So
Okay.
it will support my it will support me monetary wise, and
Good.
also
See, this
I'll
is what
have
we are telling. What you're telling exactly now. No, this is what you're saying. The career
you for
path that
this.
you told, the teacher, the fact that you will become teacher and all, very nice. You agreed to us, ma'am. Please see, Madam Moderator. Please see that she has agreed that she'll become a teacher, and then by the monies that she will get by becoming a teacher, she will put to the part that she's
Yeah, that
saying
is what we've been
for the
saying from the
literacy. Yeah.
beginning.
Now,
Thank you.
somebody understood. Thank you. So, if you could tell Mahita also
I said
something,
that
she was
I'm
selling fit
passionate
test and
about
all.
teaching.
Mm. No,
I
no.
said that I'm passionate about teaching, so that your passion can give you monetary support. That is what I'm saying here. Not that I can have a profession and a passion.
What if my
There'll
passion is
be a
traveling?
vast bridge.
What if my
Vast
passion
gap.
is traveling?
For a travel guide, to become a travel guide, like Mahita also said, nothing will be the same after this pandemic goes. It has affected so many lives.
No. Let it be normal times only. Let me tell. Let it be normal times only. And my passion is traveling. I will need some money to buy a ticket to go to a place like Switzerland if I want to go. I'm passionate about traveling. I just want to just get out there, enjoy the adventure, just explore a new city, talk to new people. That is my passion. So
I
now to
think
go
that is
there,
where
I
you
need
need
money,
to
no?
do your research work. You see,
What
if you're
research
very passionate about your, traveling and visiting a lot of
Okay.
places, you can be a travel blogger. You can earn, you can monetize your,
Yeah, but I'll get 2 rupees, I think.
traveling experience by uploading it on YouTube. YouTube pays people.
Yeah, it does, but it is after a certain extent. I'll get 2 rupees.
If travel is really your passion, you will go to any extent to get money, okay, and do
Yeah,
that
but
work.
money I don't have
To
until I
make
have
money,
some
we need a profession,
financial support behind me, no?
Yeah,
Yes,
that
I will go
passion
to
will
some
make
extent.
you to
I will
do
borrow money
something to
also.
get the money, and you
Passion will
work.
motivate you at
Passion
this
is this
time.
undying desire you have. It will make you push you further to do something, get the money. It will make you hustle, and you'll eventually get there. That
Yes,
is what
good.
passion
It will
will
make
do.
you
Agree, I
practice.
agree.
It will
That
make
doing
you see it as a
something is
business.
what we are
It will give you
saying.
energy to
Point if you're
continue.
having no money and then you'll go there.
I
Yes,
hope you
correct.
remember that we also said you start doing a work, and the more you do, you get better at it, and then you become passionate about it. We are not saying passion is not at all a part of our work life. We're saying it exists. We're just going in a different way about it than whatever you've been saying. Another thing, when I have the opportunity, I would like to add is, you've been bringing up a lot of personalities, right? You've been saying these people got successful because they pursued their passion. Has anyone heard of Andre Agassi? He's a very famous tennis player, Andre Agassi, right? Of course.
Yes,
Yeah.
Andre Agassi,
How many of you know that he actually hated tennis, but he was the best player of his time?
Yeah.
So I'm saying it does not have to be your passion to be amazing at it.
Yeah, there are some exceptions.
I'm saying, okay, just like that,
Yeah,
I'm saying
that is called negative capabilities. When you're pushed into something without knowing, you'll just perform under stress. That is
But he was the
perform
best.
under the pressure
Under
and all
stress,
that.
he
was
performed.
under
He
no
was number
stress
one
to
at his
pick up
time.
tennis. I will tell you right now, he was under no stress for it.
That is called negative capabilities, and that is how things are done. You're just bringing one example. Maybe there are examples like people work,
Oh my goodness. Okay.
for the things they don't like. But what is the point of life? You just live only once. If you
Yes, Janani. Yes, finish it. Yes.
Ma'am, if the thing you really love can give you the satisfaction of doing this job, you can't succeed in the thing in a job, in a career where it does not give you, the content, the satisfaction, the inner peace and all that.
I understand. I understand.
Yeah.
See, I understand that totally. But the thing is, you are saying this thing that we need to find, that takes time. And when you need to choose your career, you are very young. You are like, you have just
And at the
finished your
same
12th and
time,
you need
and
to,
at the same
one sec,
time,
wait,
your
yeah, in
profession
between.
to support your passion takes time. The same time, profession to support your passion takes time. If you
Profession
think
to
that
support passion
finding
takes time.
passion, yeah,
I
you
didn't
can't
understand.
you can see, you go to a profession, you
Okay, so
they
let
got
me
they
get this
won't
straight. What
Yeah, it will
you're
take
saying
1 year to
is,
complete from, it will take 12
yeah,
years to
and it
complete
takes
from
time.
1st to
It
12th
takes
standard,
time.
no?
Yeah,
That is
everything
standard time for
takes time.
everybody.
Everything,
That is a standard time for
everything
everybody.
takes time.
That is a
Everything
standard time for
in this
everybody.
world
It is
takes
not
time.
like for somebody that 12 years will take less time or something.
Okay,
So
that was a good open house debate. Okay, so what a heated argument it was, So that was wonderful. The 20 minutes of session to pour in thoughts and counter
Oh, only.
and question each other. Yeah. So wonderful, guys. Okay.
Are we ending?
So, yes.
Yeah, we were just
Yes,
beginning.
yeah,
Are we concluding or something?
yes, I think we had a good ample
Yeah,
amount
you
of.
also seem convinced already, Madam Moderator. You can give your judgment.
Unless it is unless it is something else that is not acceptable by us.
Not
Come on.
practical. Yeah, please be practical.
Ma'am, I would also like to ask you
Something that is so
that can you tell something about yourself? Like, I think you are also a part of this gig economy that we spoke about.
Yes, yes.
So very nice.
Passion was
So you
something
know
else and all that.
yes. So you know the argument that we are trying to put forth here.
Yes, yes. So
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So I got my conclusion also. If
yes,
you could
I
just
Ma'am,
tell it
1
out.
minute, can I interrupt, ma'am?
yes, yes, Janani. Yes.
I think it is because out of passion, that is why we are all sitting here on a Sunday evening and we are discussing about passion. And this is technically, why passion is important. So that is why we are all
No,
sitting
my
here and
passion is not
discussing.
talking in public. No. Wrong. I'm not here for that. I am here because Rohit pulled me.
even if it is a passion, our professions are completely different. Especially,
Yeah.
I'm not sure about I'm not sure
That's
about
what
you.
Supriya is saying, that you're very good at speaking. Okay. You'll
I'm
be
also very
very
good at my
successful.
profession. Trust me.
You'll be a very successful professional when you take speaking as your profession. That is what I'm saying.
You're agreeing to us only slowly. Okay. Next time,
Okay,
let's have
okay.
4 versus 2.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay. So Ketan also asked to touch upon gig worker. We will talk about this. We talk through the conclusion. Okay. So good job, guys. Okay. So before we move on, so just checking with our, like our facilitator Ashwath, if he wants to add on anything before we move on to deliver the conclusion for today's debate.
I have no words to say. It was I'm out of adjectives actually.
Yeah.
You can start off by saying what your passion is if you have figured it out.
I haven't yet.
Yes, see. Yay. Okay, awesome. See, that's what we are trying
Look
to tell
at
also.
that.
Good boy. Next.
Okay. You can go to your judgment.
Yeah, we can let the moderator conclude and summarize and everything. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, guys. First of all, so I just thought, what more can people speak about passion and profession, tied and untied? That's what was the speculation all about when we started this topic around. But what a heated debate it was, So yes, I'm really proud to see the younger minds that ignited with full of thoughts and with the right knowledge and filled with equal amount of social responsibility. How you guys are looking at the future. So I would say for all the viewers here that these 6 youths are the ambassadors of the hopeful, happy society that we are going to look forward in the future. And it is brimming with hopes already. So yes. Okay. So that's a very interesting topic. So now let's take a careful look at what our participants have shared regarding this topic. So some of the very prominent thoughts that came out from today's topic is that, so people started with saying, so fill your pockets. So profession fills your pockets, whereas passion fills your souls. And also passion has side effects and it can cause you procrastination and delays. for you to be successful. And also wonderful examples and facts supported by the surveys that Supriya brought into table about how people, Indians, are not happy with their profession, and how many percentage of people, it's the meager amount of 6% of people who are happy about pursuing their passion. And also very practical talk from Ketan stating, are we excluding people who are not the best? Or be it what Darshana talked about, survival of the fittest. So taking a step back and thinking about today's topic, actually, like giving weightage to the points on both sides shared by the participants. And also I'm thinking about the competitive world that is opening in front of us. So let me tell you that I'm going to build an equation today. Okay. So the one side of the equation where I would equate passion for emotions. So when we say emotions, so it can be the emotion of happiness, fulfillment, accomplishment, right? And whereas the other side, the profession, which would equate to rewards, recognition, professional success, promotions, moving into senior leadership, and several other things. So it is absolutely important to keep the equation of emotion is equal to denomination balanced for a fulfilled life. So I have to agree with the participants, either side of the participants, who made it clear at one point in time, pursue a passion and be successful. Keep your passion untied, support your passion with a profession. So the underlying fact is that you need a fulfillment in life, right? So we shouldn't let either of this overrun and impact our lives. Okay. So we need to keep both these things very lively. And before that, like I would like to actually share some words from Robin Sharma, the life coach. You guys would have read several of his renowned books. There are no mistakes in life as such, only lessons. Okay, there is no such thing such as a negative experience, only opportunities to grow, learn, and advance along the read of self mastery. From struggle comes strength. Every pain can be a wonderful teacher. Discovering and realizing your life goals bring lasting fulfillment. Set clear, defined personal and professional goals, then have the courage to act on them. Okay. So with this quote, like I would like to kind of conclude on this topic saying, irrespective of keeping your passion and profession tied or untied, we need to ensure to keep both these alive and lively, which is really, really vital. Okay. With that, I would also like to share a quote, okay, from our own missile man, APJ Abdul Kalam, okay, and for the younger children like you, the future of our country, okay. So whatever you choose to do in life, learn to deal with both failures and success equally, okay. We all talked about, as we started the debate, we talked about the right time for having this discussion today, because the current generation is pursuing very aggressively through the NEET and other professional courses. And we also see some dejected news over the medias and people getting, not getting dejected for not being able to pursue through those courses. Is only the life? It is not. The world has several other beautiful things to offer. It's all about how are we going to make the best out of it. So Abdul Kalam says, my message especially to young people is to have the courage to think differently, courage to invent, travel to the unexplored path, courage to discover the impossible and to conquer the problems and succeed. You should learn how to handle success, but most importantly, how to handle failures. You should learn to defeat the problem and succeed. Okay, so we will have problems irrespective of whatever we choose in life. We will have problems, but the real winner is all about facing the problem, tackling the problem, and winning the problem. So never neglect to see the exquisite beauty in all living things. Today and this very moment is a gift. Stay focused on your purpose. The universe will take care of everything else. Okay, so Let us pursue passion, profession, keep it tied, untied, but let's ensure that we keep it alive and lively throughout. Okay. So at this juncture, I would like to appreciate Brain Hunt team for conceptualizing these debates and for invoking interest in and potentials in the young minds, for making this lockdown period more interesting and productive. So thanks, Ashwet, for the opportunity for choosing me to be the moderator for this wonderful topic. I really enjoyed moderating the show and very wonderful insights from the young minds, as I enjoy speaking with younger minds always. I also understand that there is going to be a second season full of ideas and interesting activities and more shows coming up our way to keep the audience occupied. So I wish the team all the best. And I also take a moment to appreciate the best speakers for the day. So from the passion and profession tied side, carefully validating all the three participants who spoke today, who were all absolutely wonderful. I felt Vandana came with a very well concept of talking about the survival of the fittest. Although we talked about a set of people who would be excluded of being moderate, but still we have to accept to the fact of the real life situation that we have to choose to be the survival of the fittest in this current competitive world. So well done, Darshana, with that wonderful speech. On this side,
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah, on this side, on keeping the passion and profession untied, without doubt, the madam data analyst of the show, Supriya, has done quite a excellent research on bringing in various facts. And it was quite interesting to know on various books that she has read through for preparing herself for this debate and for bringing wonderful points and insights that certainly added, what it is to keep the passion profession untied, support the passion and keep it lively via your profession. Yeah.
Thank you.
So thank you, Supriya, for that wonderful speech. So that is all about today's show from me. So thank you, Brain Hunt, for this wonderful opportunity. Over to Ashwath.
Thank you, Nisha ma'am, for such a wonderful and fair judgment. Mark, can you spotlight me? Mark? Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you, Nisha ma'am, for such a wonderful and fair judgment. I know the decision judgment would be very tough to make. I know that. I hope all the participants have got some idea on how to handle this decision-making process with a passion or profession. Very good. Our speakers were fantastic. They were outstanding. Thank you for participating in our debate. Thank you all. And the Brain Hunt wouldn't have traveled so far if it wasn't for such lovely audience. So I thank all the audience for showing us immense love and support. Thank you. Your comments and likes means a lot to us. Thank you very much. Before before I finish, my Brain Hunt's organizer have few words to talk to you.
Okay. Hi all. That it was really a great experience for me actually to say. Before I speak, I just want to clarify more clearly about the judgment of today's Nisha. Is it a neutral?
Yes, it is. It is.
I'm a little confused. Can you clear it more?
Yeah. So what I would like to say is that you choose to keep it tied or untied. That's not a matter. Okay. So keep it lively and alive. Okay. So it is important to keep both your passion and profession successful. Letting both of those overrun each other is not going to let you be happy. Being not successful on the professional side and having a passion wouldn't help us much. Having being like a top management personnel, but still like being on an autopilot mode every day, and I don't love the job I do, I don't have a passion about it, or I don't have any other passion to pursue, or I have probably put my passion out of my mind, then it is not going to make me happy. So let's ensure that we strike an equal balance between emotion and denomination. Okay.
Then what is the overall participants debating?
Yes.
What are your experience with the open house as well as the focus round? Nisha?
So overall, I felt, like both were very well structured. About the focus round, the participants have come very well prepared. Whereas, like I could also see the true potentials coming out when we opened the house for arguments and discussions. People were able to be bringing in quick facts and shows that, like how much they are empowered with knowing the worldly facts, bringing in the right examples at the right juncture to counter argue with their fellow participants. So I feel that, like having an open house was a very welcoming move, and we should continue this in the upcoming debates as well. I really enjoyed both the session.
Yeah, true, Nisha. So finally, you say that this young, fiery youth, they have the right and they take the right decisions, whatever they take. Let it be they stand with the passion or they keep passion and profession separate. Whatever it is, whatever the decision they're taking, it will be good, right? Correct? That is
True.
what. Yeah. So these people, these youth, really they, what is that? They really make us to feel proud, and I think whatever the decisions they take, they will take it in the right way, in the way what they want.
Yes.
And they succeed in their life. Yes, it was really great, Nisha. And one second. Yes. So what I should say, it was so experience, and as this is our 10th debate, that is our last debate of the season, and I think we have given a right special episode for this 10th final, like it was like a finale. And I really thank for this to all the excellent speakers who they came and they took time, they prepared so well, and special thanks to the moderator, and of course Ashwath and Rishit, they did a great job, and this success absolutely is because of teamwork. Actually, the day when I started, when we thought we should start something like in this pandemic period, what to do. So we did a number of things, getting bored, watching movies, watching YouTube, watching everything, all that was done. All our young time experience, all we shared with the children. Then finally, what to do? We were just thinking and bored and done. Then we thought, okay, we'll do something like this with the children. And it was really a very good experience. And this 2.5 months, I don't know how we traveled. It was like just traveled just like a couple of weeks, that's it. And this 10 weeks has successfully we have completed. And I thank this all the participants, all this little debating stars. Also this special 6 youth who made this brain hunt online debate a successful one. And all the moderators, I should thank all the 10 moderators who they spontaneously, when asked them, they with their busy schedules, they took time, they came and they have done their part very well.
Thank you, Chiti. Thank you, Chiti.
Yeah, yes, of course. Rohit is also one of the moderator. He took brain hunt online to the next level, actually, to where level he took us. And I should thank my coordinators, Meenakshi Natarajan and Rohit Pratap. They really helped us. They, more than me, they were working a lot, how to plan it, how to give the guidelines to the children, and how to choose the topic. The topic was a teamwork. I used to ask each and every friend, each and every relative, each and every my Snehidi Fashion Institute students. They used to give n number of topics. And thank you for everyone. And also this is a special thanks I should give to the viewers, because they have really encouraged us. Once if I delay to give the invitation or the details, they immediately ping me. What is the topic? What is this? You didn't give us the link. So that really made us to boost, actually. And hope will come with the next season with more interesting, and need your supports as usual. Thank you. Thanks a lot. And that's it. Thank you very much.
So yes, more responsibilities on Brain Hunt's shoulders, and we are eagerly looking forward to supporting you in the second season.
Yeah, sure. Ashwat and Rishit will really come out with
Yes.
another special topics in the season 2. Until then, bye. Actually,
bye guys. It was really nice speaking with you all. Take care.
Thank you so much. We had a very nice, interesting time in this lockdown. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Hi, Sushma. Hi, Sushma.
Thank you. Very interesting, very nice. You made
you
a
all
Sunday.
really made it.
Sunday was very interesting because